Welcome back to the channel, everybody. Today's video is going to be an older character with newer stuff. Flash Ray Videos 298 posted on the "What do you want to see from my channel" thread. Show some older characters using AOT cards. That would be cool, to paraphrase. So we have a few AOT cards in here, but I wanted to revisit a cool character with a really cool concept. Sero 2 from Crimson Rampage. Yeah, he's going to rotate soon. He's usually C tier or lower, but I actually think like he could be a really cool locals deck, right? Like, I don't think you would take him to like a regional or anything like that. Like, I really wanted to try him off of air because Defiant Stance in him is just free. uh, Twice per turn, you commit one foundation to have your rival commit to. It seems like a fantastic return. Um, but I also thought about off of water because we kind of want our opponent to block our stuff, kind of. I didn't really go off of the I'm going to stuff your card pool. I'm just really going to play good attacks. And I'm going to play really good value out attacks. And then I'm just going to try to just outvalue you and then kill you with like Falling Skies or Ice Sword Executioner. Because I get additional 3 speed. Once you start blocking, I get 3 speed, draw a card on face. So, yeah, so let's get into Sero. Sero's 626. He's air, order, and water, like he's showing on the screen. He has 2 enhances your attack. Discard 1 card from your rival's card pool. Your attack gets +3 speed. Draw a card. And enhance twice per turn. Commit a foundation. Your rival commits a foundation. So we do have some cards in our foundation base to accentuate that. Ways to alleviate costs. A way to plus off of that cost. So when we get to it, I'll point those out. So we're gonna get. Like I said in the opening, I wanted to really play some good value style attacks, and instantly Invisible Infiltration came to my mind. Yeah, it's a little slower, but it does allow us to reset some foundations, or we can reset like an opponent's foundation, which I don't know why would we do that, but we'd love to reset one of ours. Like a flipped foundation or something that's committed and it'll come in ready. So, because you just remove it and then it comes back face up, which we have a lot of cool cards that allow us to do that. Falling Skies is really the main kill condition in the deck. Like, if it's a Falling Skies deck, you have to assume that it's the main kill con. We do play a few other cards that allow us to push damage really well. So we do want to have, like, the thing about Sero is you need your rival to interact with you to get, like, good bonuses. But that's why we're playing good value attacks, good statted attacks. So if they're not going to block, they're going to pay for it. 4 copies of Battle Aura release. It's card draw. It's damage. It's everything Sero wants. Because, like, yeah, having an extra 3 speed on, like, a fully maxed out Battle Aura release, 7i for 8. Draw a card. Please deal with it. 4 copies of Vast Hybrid Chimera Kraken. After playing this in my All Might 3 deck for MHA Spotlight last week or a couple weeks ago, I want to play this in every deck I can now. Like, this card is just stupid good, and yeah, unfortunately, it deserves the price tag it's coming at right now. It's board control, asset control, which is a premium with VME in the format, and it also has a bonus 2 speed when it's in your momentum. Ice Sword Execution, it's a secondary damage source. We get to commit all copies of a card we don't like to deal with, and then it will deal with it. Also, we can discard a momentum to get extra 5 damage to freeze. So, say we like Sero's a really good backswing character, and what I mean by backswing is that we tax our opponent's we tax our opponent that when they are pushing, we make them overextend. So like Sero can commit 2 foundations on their turn. Let's say like they committed, they checked poorly and they had to commit out, and they kept going even though they shouldn't have. So like they're going to be taxed on resources. So that's going to allow us just to crack back or backswing on the following turn, granted if we draw the attacks. And Ice Sword Execution helps us commit the rest of the pieces that they may have built after they overextended, or what they have left after overextending. Smashing Stomp's a really interesting card. It's in there for the EX, the extra check to play and attack, and then also if it deals damage, and it's a nice little mix-up. We are playing mono, basically not really mono highs. We're playing mostly hot. We're playing we got 15 highs and 5 lows. So this is kind of the 2 lows are the kind of the mix up, right? And then this is because they're probably gonna hold high block, so you may be able to get this a full 6 damage into your rival, which is really cool. Assets and actions, we got some item box action, Dr. Ichigaki, vertical maneuvering, and referee jury. This is like the package for water, right? Like we have more in the board, but it's kind of hard to play a 6-hander that he has drawn face, but he doesn't really have drawn face. He has to have his opponent interact with him, so it's kind of good to play maybe 1X's. Like we could end up cutting some of this. Like this is mostly for defense because like Sero gets 3 speed anyways when your rival blocks, but again it's some extra damage, so it could come in handy later. Ichigaki's just a straight up cancel for non-keyword abilities, so we play 1X, and item box is item box. And if it's on symbol, you play at least 1 and 1 in the board. Going to foundations, we got surviving the final for some speed hate, basic training for damage, and the best low block in the game, unless you're at 1 health. Oops. Ice gliding, struggling with studies, return of the kings, fast friendship, all in that like that water defense package. That's really really good. Ice gliding carries over speed, and then you can tack on fast friendships and then reblock with struggling. One really cool piece of tech after we get done with Feeling Cute, which is our destroy a foundation, get an extra speed, is Refreshing Slice. Like this probably deserves a 2X in the deck because we could commit this with Sero's ability, and then discard a momentum, ready it, and our rival commits another foundation. So if we have multiple momentum, and we're able to commit 4 for 2, and we're readying this guy. So it's really we just commit 4 for 2 momentum. So really it's like 2 momentum stun 4, which is really really good return. It's just it checks a 4. It probably should be a 2X in my opinion, but I tried to cut the deck down to where it's at, and unfortunately like this kind of was like one of the hardest cuts. 1 return to the kings. It's a fantastic block. It builds upon block. Also, it helps your next block out. Like I said, fast friendship, one of the best defensive cards in the game. Lost in thought, so we can touch our opponent's board, or reset foundations because we can pick up a face down foundation and then replay it. Quick response. We do play 15 high attacks, so this does give us extra speed plus deadlock. The deadlock's fantastic. Macho concealment. It cancels foundation enhance abilities. Might as well play it. Now, a really, really neat card is Creative Strategist. So, Sero states, discard 1 card from your rival's card pool. Basically, it says clear. Your attack gets, but technically we don't interact with our opponent's cards. So our rival is clearing a card from their card pool. So we get to add the top card of their deck to their card pool. So really, as long as we can get them to block once and we have multiples, we will get Sero online multiple times. Mikasa defeats the female Titan. It's the best 2/4 in the game, I think, maybe. It allows you to block anything, which is really good. Now our 3-diff packages really go in handy with Sero's ability, right? So this says discard a momentum, ready this card, or flip 1 rival momentum. Playable while committed. After this foundation is ready due to an effect, draw cards. So that gives us card draw after we ready it with some momentum, after we commit with Sero. But the other one, Heroic Passion, says response, once per turn Tenacious, after this card is committed due to a stun ability or to pay a cost of an ability, we get to draw a card. So it's anti-stun, plus when we commit with Sero, we get to draw a card for free. We just commit it. Our rival commits a foundation, we get a bonus card. So, like again, this could probably, like Bloody Val probably should just be cut for a Refreshing Slice, I believe. and because it does kind of similar things, but not really. So I don't know. That would probably determine more testing to be needed. So in the board, we got Lost in Thought, another copy, referee jury item box. We got 2 cheerleaders because cheerleaders fantastic in this meta. Mikasa defeats the female Titan for our 3rd copy. Desperate Struggle for some stat resets on our rivals' attacks. Hero's Upbringing is a nice 2x to seal opponents' characters, or if we have 1 copy in hand and 1 in our discard pile, we get to just seal our opponent's card pool and momentum. So, looking at the blocks, we got 64 cards, and we got 22 highs, 20 mids, and 22 lows. It's really weird to see the mids be lower than the other ones, but it just happened the way that the cuts happened. It just came out like that. So. But that's it for the old dogs, new tricks, I guess, version of the channel. But no, like I think this deck's kind of cool to play it at like a locals. I don't know. I probably would play just a better character with this and like go to like a regionals, like Godzilla. Like you have to change around the 4 diffs, but like Recovery Girl could play this pretty well, but again, you'd play So Manly's and some different pieces. So, like this looks like a really cool, fun like locals deck. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know in the comments below what you think about Sero too, and the pieces that he's gained from like the newer sets before he rotates into retro. So again, like, comment, subscribe. Don't forget to hit the bell for notifications, and as always, take care.